welcome to Sydney's IKEA. This is the car park here, just at the threshold of runway 16 right. And also, welcome to 2024. This is my first trip report, and today we will be flying from Sydney to Adelaide on a Qantas 737. In an attempt to show every single plane spotting location here at Sydney Airport, I decided to start the video at one of the most unknown locations.
20 minutes later.
Just at the threshold of runway 16 right is many different industrial-sized stores, such as IKEA and Decathlon. Supporting these stores is a very large car park, with free entry, and on the right day is a great place to plane spot. After making my way to the Wilson's car park to park my car, I proceeded down to the lobby to catch the free shuttle bus to the terminal. Wilson's is my go-to prepaid car park as it's relatively cheap and there is nearly always availability. Once being dropped off at the Qantas terminal, I quickly proceeded inside. Check-in for Qantas covers the entire terminal building with way too many kiosks to count and bag drop facilities. I've stated this before, but I personally hate Qantas's check-in kiosks as it requires you to check in online first. If I were to check in online, I wouldn't really bother getting a bag tag, instead using my Q tag which Qantas provided me when I reached silver status a few months ago. After being checked in by the great staff, I proceeded to security, which is located in the center of the building and is very clearly marked. Once I had cleared security, I turned right and made my way towards my gate to rest before my flight. The Qantas terminal is laid out like a giant arrow, with gate 1 on the far right hand side and gates 9 to 13 in a semicircle at the tip, with the remaining gates at the southern end. There are also cafes, restaurants, retail outlets and bars present along the inside wall of the terminal. As I wasn't particularly hungry, having had my dinner before leaving, I decided to head straight to my gate to await the arrival of my inbound aircraft. No less than 15 minutes later, tonight's aircraft pulled in on stand. Tonight I shall be flying on board a Boeing 737-800, registered as Victor Hotel Victor Yankee India. She was one of the many 737s delivered brand new to Qantas in the summer of 2006, painted in Qantas's older livery and then repainted to the current Silveroo livery, making this aircraft 10 days short of its 18th birthday. Around 40 minutes after the aircraft had arrived, the boarding call was made. Boarding commenced at Gate 1 and was on time. Qantas's 737s have the exact same configuration no matter which one of their 75 aircraft you fly on, with 12 business class seats in a 2-2 layout and 162 economy class seats in a 3-3 layout. Tonight I shall be seated in 8 Alpha. The economy class seat has 30 inches of pitch and 17.2 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat pocket, you'll find a safety card, a magazine, and air sickness bags. Above are individual reading lights, air vents, and a flight attendant call button. In between the seats are 2 USB ports, making 8 ports for the 6 passengers in each economy row. Besides the seat, in the armrest is the controls for the old-fashioned radio, headphone jack, and the recline, which in my findings is 5 inches. we commenced our pushback from Gate 1, 2 minutes behind schedule.
This is number 514 Longway. Take with timber and canvas. Top line on the Qantas Boeing 737. Sounds a bit flush on this one,
Reach the seat in front. Brace by placing your forehead on the back of the seat. Hold your lower legs and put your hands on your knees. If you're seated behind the bulkhead, or you can't reach the seat in front, please
brought the world closer together. Seat pocket. It's time to ensure that your seat back is upright and your tray table is stowed, and unplug any headsets or cables attached to the seat in front. If you've missed anything, it's on your safety card, also in your seat pocket.
We taxied to runway 34 left via Charlie, Bravo 4, Lima, Alpha and Alpha 6. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff. Once airborne, we turned left, setting a westerly course over the suburbs towards Adelaide. Flight time tonight is 1 hour and 38 minutes, covering a distance of 738 miles or 1,187 kilometers, cruising at 38,000 feet. On board Qantas's 737s is free complimentary Wi-Fi to all on board its domestic operations. To use, you have to enable flight mode, connect to the Wi-Fi, then follow the prompts. Tonight we were served dinner, which were buttered chicken puffs and a selection of drinks, including alcohol. I opted for a white wine to pair with the puff. Other than being in a desperate need of salt, the puff itself was actually quite good, nearing the same taste as my mother's butter chicken back home. The wine was also Pinot Grigio and tasted very heavily of pear and lemon, and it was very refreshing. Later, we were given bottles of water as a final touch, which was quite nice. On board Qantas's 737s are 3 bathrooms, 1 for business and 2 for economy at the rear, featuring everything you'd typically expect to find for an economy bathroom, including the Qantas branded foaming hand soap. Soon we commenced our descent into Adelaide. Unfortunately, due to the time of the day, there wasn't much to be seen outside my window, or any other windows for that matter. All I could see, up until around 5 minutes before landing, was the lit up engine nacelles and the Qantas logo on the winglet. Interestingly, in recent months, Qantas has retrofitted several of its 737s with split scimitar winglets, enabling better fuel efficiency and less CO2 emissions, thus saving the environment. Unfortunately, Victor Yankee India is not one of those aircraft. Just before landing, the left side of the aircraft was treated to an excellent view of Adelaide's skyline, which at this time of day was absolutely stunning. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the terminal via Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot 2, Alpha 4, Alpha 5, Alpha 6 and Lima to gate 19.
We're the captain from the flight deck. Welcome to Adelaide. Just a few more minutes, unfortunately. Just got an aeroplane on our bay. It's being towed off it. It's commenced the tow and should be only a few more minutes until we get onto the bay. Thanks again for your patience.
We pulled into the gate 10 minutes late.
Cabin crew at disarm doors.
Having thanked the crew for the pleasant journey, I turned my attention away from Qantas and towards the new friends I was about to meet here in Adelaide. Qantas is Australia's oldest and most well-respected airline, serving the most number of airports across the country, 65 in fact. By far, their most on-demand route is the ever-popular Sydney to Melbourne route, with flights departing every 15 minutes in each direction starting from 6 AM until 10:30 PM. In watching other videos about Qantas, I've noticed lately that everyone has been mentioning that the Qantas brand is dying. I personally cannot see the brand dying, however there are a few things that I think are becoming ever more increasingly difficult. That being the price of the flights and obtaining status. In order to reach silver status, which I currently have, you need a minimum of 300 status credits and flying at least 2 Qantas sectors. This in itself took me nearly 8 months to complete, but it certainly would have been obtained faster had I have flown with Qantas more often. Starting from April 1st, 2024, my sole goal for the year is to obtain Qantas Gold status, which I should definitely be able to achieve, as long as I fly with Qantas more. And this year I plan to do just that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to check out the other videos I have on my YouTube channel. And also, I now have a Discord server. Feel free to join, link at the top of the description. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you enjoy my content. And if you want to see more, I post my videos every Friday at 8 PM Sydney time. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!